Hi vibes everybody. I just want to get on here today and make a quick video basically about setting your goals, but when you set your goals, not having any expectations as to what is going to come about from it. So basically, um, you want to have these goals, in your life. Everybody has goals that they want to accomplish and they want to achieve, and goals that they're trying to set in order to make their lives better and just make everything better about not only themselves but those around them. You may have some selfish goals, and that's all right every now and then because you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. But when you're setting these goals, you want to make sure that you're not having these certain expectations as to what that goal truly is, because you want to have a general idea of where you want to go. And it's fun to think about what will happen or can happen, but you have to realize that we're in the present moment. We're in the now. So when you're setting these goals and trying to accomplish these goals, you have to be able to see, okay, what can I do now to achieve them? Now, when you start having all these different expectations as to where it's going to go or how it's going to work out or whatever, then now that right there will actually end up hindering you, because now you have a certain expectation of what you're actually going to get, or you have a certain expectation of how it's going to be. You might even have a lofty expectation as to how whatever goal you set is going to be. But when you're actually setting those goals and putting in the work to accomplish those goals, you can't be in the mindset, in the mode of actually having all these extra expectations, because you got to work on what you can right now in order to get to those goals. You may have a lofty expectation, and you might actually get to there, but you may not. So you don't want to actually set yourself up to, when you don't hit those expectations, that you're actually getting into a negative vibration and you get into a negative mindset. Because once you're actually going about all these things and you're actually doing the work to actually hit your goals and to actually accomplish what you set out to do in your life, you want to make sure that you're not worried about where it's going to go. Because as long as you're putting in the work right now, you're putting in the effort right now to do it, then it's going to go where it needs to go. It's going to, if you have those lofty expectations, look at what you can do right now to reach that. Not that, that's going to come. You got to see what you actually have to do in order to make that come about. You can't be worried about, I didn't, get what I wanted to get in order to get there, because it may come about differently. It may happen, in a different way. So you don't want to, be stuck into that mindset of, I had all these expectations, and then you don't meet them. And then next thing you know, that starts having a negative effect on you, and you end up becoming into a lower vibration on it, and then you end up starting to slack on it and not doing the work that actually is going to help you reach that expectation and reach that goal that you have set for yourself. So you want to be present in the moment, seeing what am I doing right now to accomplish that. Not worried about when you're going to get there, but worried about the work that you put in to get there, the work that you put in there to actually accomplish those goals. Because once you start actually doing that, you'll start to see the results, and then your expectations might change, because I've said it in many videos, we're constantly changing. Things are always changing around us, so you want to make sure that you're able to change along with it in order to be able to reach that goal. Because there might be something that changes, that now your expectation of what's going to happen changes. It might get bigger, it might get smaller. You never know until you actually put in that work to accomplish that particular goal. And once you're actually putting in that work and that effort to accomplish those goals, you'll even start to feel better about it, because you're actually doing something. You're actually seeing the results. You're actually seeing the work that you're putting in. It's not something that you're just talking about. You're actually putting in that effort. And you need to be putting in that effort spiritually, mentally, and physically. You got to put your energy into it. You got to put your spirit behind it. You got to put that energy behind whatever goal you're setting. And then you have to set that mindset, get this right mentality on actually setting that goal, and what you need to do to set that goal, and the things that are actually going to help you to get to your goal. You don't want to be sitting there thinking about, oh man, I've been wanting to do all this, but then you look at it and you haven't even put the particular energy or intention behind it. And then you haven't even gotten to the certain mindset that's actually going to help you in order to get to that goal. Because any goal that you set is going to require work. It's going to require that diligence and that discipline in order to get there. And if you can't actually put in that discipline and that work to get there, then you're not actually going to be able to achieve those goals. So you want to make sure that you are actually putting in that work. I talked about putting the energy behind it and having the right mentality. Then you got to put in that physical action. because you got to hit it on all 3 points of the Trinity. Nothing is achieved from just doing things from one aspect of the Trinity. You might get certain goals, accomplished, because you might get certain mental goals toward it accomplished. But you might get certain, physical goals to accomplish. You might get certain spiritual goals accomplished. But until you actually put in the work on all 3 levels, you won't get the full goal and expectation that you had, actually to accomplish. And with that, you want to make sure that you're not, basically setting yourself up for failure. You want to be in the moment of, okay, no, I'm actually putting in the work. So no matter what happens from this, I know that I'm doing everything that I can in order to accomplish this goal. I didn't slack on it. I didn't, put something to the side. I actually took that time and that effort and that energy, that intention, that mentality, that physicality. I put in all the work on all 3 aspects in order to get to where I'm going, and to get the things that I want to get and get the things that I want to be able to do. So when you're thinking about your goals, also you should be thinking about how you're going to accomplish those goals. Is it even possible to accomplish those goals? And when I say is it even possible, because you might set certain limitations on you, but there might be certain limitations that you have right now. Let's say you're wanting to go out and buy a new car, and you're like, okay, I put in that intent and that energy behind it, and I set that mentality on, okay, I'm gonna get this car, but then you don't actually put in the physical work to do it. You're not going to get that car. It's not going to happen for you. You can think about it all day, have all the right intentions behind it, but unless you're actually putting in the action behind it as well, you're not going to be able to get it. So you want to make sure that you're putting in the work on all 3 levels, because once you start to actually look at it from all 3 aspects and perspectives of it, then you'll be able to see how you can accomplish your goal, and how you might even be able to make your goal better than what it was before, just because you actually did put in that energy and intention into it. Because you don't want to have all these distractions and these people trying to stop you from doing what you're doing. You got to be set and focused and disciplined on it, and not letting it stop you and not letting it distract you. Because there are going to be those distractions. One of the biggest distractions is going to be your ego, because it could be in a good, positive, or a negative way. I'm not going to say good or bad, because, positive and negative, there could be a bad positive. There could be a good positive. There could be a bad negative. There could be a good negative. It all depends on your aspect and perspective on the situation. But you want to make sure that, when you're looking at these goals, is it even possible for me to achieve that goal right now? There might be something you might have to set smaller goals in order to reach a bigger goal. That'll even help your confidence. That'll help your energy behind it, because you're starting to see that, okay, now I am accomplishing these small goals in order to get to that larger goal. And how am I going to be able to get to that larger goal? Now, you might even have a bigger goal after that you didn't even know that you had at first. But you can't even begin to think about that until you're actually putting in the work in the present moment in order to get there. Because all that other stuff doesn't matter if you're not putting in the work in the present moment. You could think about where you're going to be and what you're going to do and how you're going to get that goal. But if you have to, put all that effort into the present moment in order to accomplish that goal. And then once you actually put in that work in the present moment to accomplish that goal, you're going to see those results. You're going to see that confidence boost in you. You're going to see your energy level rise. And you're going to be able to see, how there are these distractions out here trying to stop you. And then you're going to feel even better once you're able to get over these distractions and you get over these obstacles and adversity that's stopping you from being able to achieve your goals. But that's pretty much all I wanted to get on here and talk about today. So make sure that you're looking into your goals and seeing what you need to do in order to get to those goals. And how are you going to be able to accomplish it right now? Not what's going to come later. Right now, what can you do in order to get to that point? But that's all I want to talk about. So, peace in and out, my full love, and of course, my highest vibrations and my gratitude.